Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 25th newscast of Anime Championship Wrestling. I am Hakeem Johnson, your ACW commentator, owner, what have you, as always. And as of this newscast, we are less than 5 hours away until the return of Anime Championship Wrestling with ACW Genesis 2011, which will be posted on Blip TV and Vio in just a few hours to come. But we're going to go over some of your questions and comments like we always do for every newscast. We're going to go over the ACW Genesis card, and we will go over the future of where from now until Animania 3, where ACW goes from here. So, first of all, we're going to go over your comments here like we always do with you guys. And I'm just going to get it ready here real quick because I don't want to... It's gonna be, as a matter of fact, it's gonna be a short newscast because this is a very special pre-showy edition of the newscast before Genesis. So we're not gonna really be going over a lot of things, just on Genesis, the future of ACW, and then your questions and comments, which I'm getting to right now, right here. And okay, here we go. We got some comments here. We do have some comments here. Let me pick a good one. Okay, Dark Knight 77R says about the Naruto video for ACW returning. Is Naruto still injured from Gohan's attack at Animania 2? Yes, he is. He is injured. He is off the active roster until doctors clear him, until he is officially cleared for active duty. But until then, Naruto is injured from Animania 2, and we have no idea. We don't have the timetable as in terms of when he's going to come back, when he will return, what have you. So until then, you know, it's still gonna be still gonna be a while, is what I'm saying, until Naruto comes back. For ACW Anime Revolution, Adrian Beret says, man, I forgot how epic these matches were, especially Turbo. Thanks, Hakeem. No problem. We're going to be uploading old school episodes of ACW, whether it's from Impulse, Excel, mega events, or other specials that we've done. Certain videos we deleted from our YouTube channel because we want to remaster certain videos and re-upload them so the viewing experience for those shows are better for you guys. So we're still doing that, and we're going to be doing it until we upload everything we possibly can from the vault. So just be on the lookout for certain, let's say classic shows and events from ACW. It's not the end. Let's see. Hollow Chaos Shadow commented on the last newscast 24. What happened between Gohan and Naruto to separate DX? So apparently he's a new fan. Probably, that's no problem. What happened was Animania 2, which is available, the full episode, the full event is available on YouTube and Blip TV and Vio, as always. But what happened is that Naruto was in the main event against Beast Boy, the Impulse champion, and Edward Elric in the triple threat match for the Impulse Championship. Naruto was close to winning that title again. Gohan shocked the world by turning on Naruto, stabbing him in the back and costing him the match, and then cashing in his Road to Destiny Championship that he won earlier in the night to become the Impulse champion that he is right now. So that's the pretty much whole deal with that in terms of ACW, Animania 2, and what made D-Generation X separate. The Man in the Trench commented on the semifinal match between Kankuro and Ryu. Good match. Thank you. Thank you very much. Brian and Rage 96 said about the Kaneki Man Moroku hype video, I can't wait for this match. This is bigger than Hogan versus Sting at Starrcade 1997. And I do thank you for that comment. Let's be honest, that's not a lot to work with, given what happened with Hogan versus Sting, but that's for another time. That is just for another time. Okay, here we go. Let me answer this question. Joshua Jacker V5 on my profile asked this question, and I'm gonna answer right now. I hate to bother asking for the 8th time. What is Sagat's theme song? Sagat's theme song, the link is posted on this video. So go read the description. Read the description. Click on Sagat's the link, and that'll be Sagat's theme song. So to finally end those questions once and for all. So I do apologize, but the link will be at the description. Eclipton posted, what is your PSN name? I don't have a PlayStation Network profile yet. I don't have one yet, but I will plan on getting one soon, especially with certain projects that I'm doing as it pertains to PlayStation that I will announce within due time. I'd be interesting to play against you on WWE 12. I could imagine some of the matches we'd have: Edward Elric versus Alfonso Elric, Ty Kamiya versus Haru Glory, etc. Actually, those are some good matches. And his second question was, should WWE stop using match type names for pay-per-view events? I feel they should stop so they can bring back the unpredictability of what match types we could see on any given pay-per-view. I totally agree. You have these pay-per-views like Elimination Chamber. Back then, the Elimination Chamber was a very special match that when you heard that it was going to be at a pay-per-view, you would buy that pay-per-view for the Elimination Chamber. Now it has its own pay-per-view, and it means nothing. Just like Hell in a Cell. I remember when I was a kid, people would announce, oh, HBK versus Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. The hairs on my spine, like the hairs on the back of my neck, would stand up because Hell in a Cell was one of those matches that I would pay, or I would beg my parents to pay so I could watch a Hell in a Cell match. Now, Hell in a Cell has just been bastardized to the point where there's no blood. Although I understand why, but still, no blood in the Hell in a Cell, and the matches are just poor quality now in the Hell in a Cell. It's just not the same anymore. Then you got your TLC. They had Fatal 4-Way back then for a while. Extreme Rules, when really nothing is extreme about it. So yeah, I do agree, and hopefully they do stop. They show less emphasis on those kind of pay-per-views. Oh, sorry. Dark Knight 77R again posted on my comment. On my comment box, suggestions mostly on WWE 12. Please, 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 please get WWE 12 for PS3. I got it, and it's awesome. But think of this: you can make your own Excel Impulse Mega Event arenas. ACW will finally be in HD. You can have up to 50 cars. You can play online with ACW fans. It would make ACW's comeback even bigger. That's a good point. And again, I have certain projects that I will be announcing in due time. So who knows? Maybe WWE 12 will play into those kind of projects. The second question he asks is that if we're gonna get WWE 12, the first mega event should be on is ACW Impulse Victory. Well, that's not gonna happen now, but again, thanks for the suggestion. 3, if you're watching WWE, which I am, Mark Henry is on a rampage. Yes, he is. On ACW, you should make Choji on a rampage like Mark Henry did over the past couple of weeks. Choji should be a little bit taller and fatter than he would be feared, just like Mark Henry. Oh, what are you trying to say? Just because Choji Akamichi and Mark Henry are black, that they should just get the same treatment? I'm just playing. Here's the thing, with ACW, I try not to copy a lot from WWE. Like, I'll admit that WWE angles and certain characters and certain storylines, they influence the way I do certain things on ACW, but I try not to make ACW just an anime. I try not to make ACW an anime version of WWE, if that makes sense. I try not to make Anime Championship Wrestling a anime version of the WWE, because then that would make people be like, this is just like the WWE, but just with anime characters. I don't want people to think that. I want people to think of ACW as its own thing. So, I will have ideas at times from WWE and make it my own, in my own way, but other than that, I don't want to try to rip off purely from WWE and make it as an ACW thing. It just makes me feel weird. And the fourth question he asks is that if you get WWE 12 and add more characters, you should add characters from Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Naruto, and Devil May Cry. So those are suggestions that they have in terms of ACW and its return. Just update here. Total upload views over 2,200,000. Over 2,200,000 total upload views and over 9,000 channel views. So again, thank you guys. You guys have made this return very possible, and it will be coming to you within a matter of hours as we count down and wind down those times, as we count down and wind down the return of Anime Championship Wrestling. Okay, now we're gonna go and check this out. We're gonna go into the Anime Championship Wrestling website here, and we're gonna view the results of which match at Genesis you are currently looking forward to. Now, I'm going to look over the results here as I can, and the results here are interesting. The winner, okay, sorry, the one with the lowest. We're going to start from the lowest to highest. Kazuki Muto and Momochi Zabuza got no votes. The Road to Destiny match between Aang and Zuko got 2 votes, meaning they got 5%. The XL Tag Team Championships between the Street Fighters and Team Guy got 3 votes, which would make it 8%. The Intercontinental Championship match between Sasuke Uchiha and Kakashi Hatake has 6 votes, which make it 15%. So that means we got 2 matches left. Moroku the Monk and Kanuka Man got 12 votes, which makes 30%. And the XL Championship Haru Glory versus Hiei got 17 votes, making it 43%, meaning that match will win the poll right there, making it that the people want to see Hiei versus Haru Glory at Genesis. So there you go with that. Quickly, we're going to go review the ACW Genesis card. We're going to go over it. So, we have Momochi Zabuza versus Kazuki, one-on-one with each other. These two had a feud at Turbo. Kazuki was the last Turbo champion before it closed down. Momochi Zabuza wants revenge. Can Momochi Zabuza be able to defeat Kazuki Muto and get revenge, or will Kazuki show why he was truly the last person to become the Turbo champion? The ACW XL Tag Team titles are on the line as Team Guy will get a second chance to face the champions Dan Hibiki and Ken Masters, the Street Fighters. Can Team Guy make the second time the right place to become the champions, or will Street Fighters show that they truly do deserve those tag team titles? Then you have the XL Road Destiny Championship. You have Aang going one-on-one against Zuko as Aang is the champion. Aang won it at Animania 2, and Zuko was not pleased that he did not win at Animania 2. So now these two old rivals are going to start anew again. And who will be walking out? The XL Road Destiny champion. Then it's student versus mentor, as Kakashi Hatake will face the ACW Intercontinental Champion, Sasuke Uchiha. Can Sasuke Uchiha show why he thinks he surpassed the master by defeating him and retaining his title, or will Kakashi Hatake show he didn't show him all the tricks, and that Kakashi Hatake will be walking out of Genesis as the ACW Intercontinental Champion? Then we have Moroku the Monk going one-on-one against Kanuka Man. Kanuka Man making his debut on ACW Genesis. And ironically enough, the first ever ACW Genesis, Moroku the Monk made his in-ring debut. So this is kind of a deja vu thing for Kanuka Man. Can Kanuka Man make a long-term impact on ACW starting here by defeating a former XL champion in Moroku the Monk, or will Moroku the Monk stop the momentum that is Kanuka Man? And then finally, the main event of ACW Genesis, Haru Glory, the newly crowned ACW XL champion, will defend his title for the first time against Hiei, a drafted pick from Turbo. Hiei has shown that ever since the ACW draft, he deserves to be amongst the big players of ACW XL, and he's getting this shot. Will Haru Glory defend his title successfully, or will Hiei show that all his attacks and all of his unorthodox tactics, will they pay off him being the ACW XL champion? It's ACW Genesis. We are about less than 5 hours away, like I said, from ACW Genesis, and it will be live here on Blood TV and Vio. And for everybody on YouTube, for those on YouTube, you will have a bulletin. You will have a bulletin on the website and on the YouTube channel, informing you that ACW Genesis has been posted. So don't think I didn't forget about you guys. So there you go. So after ACW Genesis, we're gonna have our Impulse branded mega event, which will be ACW Victory, which will have their own section on the Mega Events page right after ACW Genesis. And then after that, we'll have ACW Fusion, which will be a co-branded Mega event between XL and Impulse. And then and all these other Mega events, which we'll get to within due time, that will lead up to Animania 3, which will be at the Madison Square Garden, the legendary Madison Square Garden in New York City, only on YouTube, Blue TV, and Via. So there you go, folks. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Anime Championship Wrestling is back on your bandwidth, on your television screen, wherever you watch ACW. We are back. So get ready, because this is going to be a ride that you will never forget, and it's going to be a ride that you never want to get off of. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoy ACW Genesis and the return of Anime Championship Wrestling. For Hakeem Johnson, which is me, thank you very much for listening to the ACW Newscast 25. We will see you at Genesis.